In this video, we're going to be going over the top 5 cards for under 10,000 MT in NBA 2K23 Myteam. These are going to be some of the best budget cards in Myteam right now. I just want to show you guys who are the top 5 cards for 10,000 MT, whether you guys are building a budget squad or you just want to know, what cards you guys can pick up that are really good for about 10,000 MT. The first card here I want to talk about is going to be in the Tis the Season set, and that is going to be Diamond Evan Mobley. He's a great power forward slash center. It is nice that he's super versatile because he's a really good power forward, but he can also be a very elite center as well. He's a power forward center because he's 7 foot, so he's a really tall power forward and he can play the center position as well. If we compare him to a guy like, I don't know, maybe a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., right? They both can play the center position and both great power forwards. He is going to be nice on the defensive end for sure. I mean, 92 block, 92 interior defense, 84 steal with an 86 perimeter. That's obviously where the card does excel on the defensive end. He's also a pretty good rebounder and super fast as well, a lot faster than a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. He's got 85 speed, 85 acceleration with a 79 speed with balls. I mean, the card's super fast. He plays great defense and his jump shot's not terrible where he can knock down threes. So for just under 10,000 MT, you guys can see right here, he's about 9 to 10,000 MT, maybe a little bit lower on some days if the market were to crash or not. So Evan Mobley is a really good card for under 10,000 MT, not necessarily ranked in order, but he's going to be the first card we talk about. Second one is definitely a close debate between a bunch of different cards. I'm gonna go to Diamond Thurow Bailey. I do think he's probably a top 5 card for under 10,000 MT. He was once like the best budget card in my team. He's definitely, not necessarily gone worse because obviously cards don't get nerfed, but he's just not as good as he used to be. And he's just about 10,000 MT. Like, I think the lowest he is right now is like 10,500. Actually, he's a little bit lower now, just under 10,000 MT. He's going to be a power forward, small forward. He is 6'11". So just like Evan Mobley, he's going to be super versatile, being able to play that small forward and power forward position at a very elite level. We compare him to a guy like, even a guy like James Worthy, I definitely think is somewhat close of a debate. I do think James Worthy probably is a better card at the small forward spot, but Thurow Bailey does have an 83 ball, 84 mid range. He's going to be super good at going to the basket with an 80 standing dunk and a 90 driving dunk. But the thing you guys have to remember about Thurow Bailey is his wingspan, his player model, and he basically gets like the same animations as Pink Diamond Giannis. So this card is basically just a budget Pink Diamond Giannis. He can also handle the ball really well, and he's going to be a very good defender. 85 interior defense, 85 perimeter with an 80 steal and an 80 block as well. So stats and badges wise, this card really isn't anything too crazy. It is nice that he has Hall of Fame claim breaker and quick first step. That's super nice to have, but and like I was saying, this card is not going to be, too crazy on paper, but he is basically just a budget Pink Diamond Giannis. They both get crazy good defensive animations. And if you guys are rocking on a budget and you want to use a Giannis type player, definitely go ahead and get yourself that Diamond Thurow Bailey. And he is going to be the second best card, not necessarily ranked, but the second best card we talk about for under 10,000 MT. Now to go into season 4, talking about a new card that just recently dropped in my team, and that is going to be Diamond Serge Ibaka. Now he might be a little bit more than 10,000. I'm not exactly sure his price point. I think the lowest I've seen him is about like 10.5 or 11,000 MT. So sometimes you might be able to see him for under 10,000 and sometimes he might be a little bit over. I think it's still fair to have this card in the top 5, even though he might be like a tad bit over 10,000 MT, because he's honestly one of the best cards on this list and you should be able to find him realistically for around 10,000 MT. He's going to be a great power forward center. He's 6'10", so I'd probably recommend running him at the power forward spot. But for me, he reminds me a lot of a guy like Anthony Davis, at least stats and badges wise. He's got an 88 3 ball, 93 mid range, so honestly a higher 3 ball and a higher mid range than Anthony Davis. He's also going to be great, better at finishing around the basket. And then a guy like AD, 95 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk. So I mean, so far he looks to be a better card than Anthony Davis, because defensively he's a better defender as well, at least stats wise. 95 block, 95 interior defense with an 88 steal and an 84 perimeter. Speed wise, they're also about the same. That's where AD is a little bit faster with 87 speed compared to Serge Ibaka's 83. But I mean, for a diamond card that costs about 10,000 MT, you are basically getting an Anthony Davis. Like, yes, he's not as good because of the badges, but I mean, other than the badges, he's got a better jump shot than AD in my opinion. It's a faster release and it's probably easier to green. So in my opinion, he's a better defender than AD. He's also got a better player model in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure he's got a longer wingspan, but I definitely could be wrong about the wingspan. But for me, if he's not better than AD, he's very, very close. Gives you about 90 to 95% of what AD does. So a very good budget card for under 10,000 MT. And then for the last 2 cards here, we're going to go to a super budget card, and that is going to be Amethyst KPJ. He is super, super cheap, about 2 to 3,000 MT, which is crazy good value for how good of a point guard he really is. Yes, he's only an Amethyst, so you guys are probably saying there's no way he's actually that good, but He is 6'6" at the point guard spot, so we could compare him to another kind of taller point guard. I'm not exactly sure if I even have a taller point guard. Even if we compare him to a guy like, for example, we compare him to a guy like Rex Chapman. He's not gonna be on the same level stats-wise as Rex Chapman, but you guys got to remember, he's 6'6" at the point guard spot. He's got a 93 ball, 87 mid-range, 90 driving dunk, so he's gonna be super nice on the offensive end. He's also got a really quick jump shot, which Rex Chapman doesn't have. He's also got the MJ dribble style. So with this card, it really doesn't show how good of a card he is on stats, like on paper, because stats and badges wise, this card doesn't really look to be anything too crazy. But if I quickly hop into freestyle here, I just want to quickly show you guys his jump shot and his movement as well, because you guys really need to see, what this card looks like in freestyle to kind of know how good of a card he really is, because he's honestly a top 5 card for under 10,000 MT, and he's one of the best cards on this list just because of how good he is at the point guard spot. So as you guys can see, he's 6'6", so a really good height for that point guard position. He's also got the MJ dribble style, you can see, so he's got some good sigs as well. So oh wait, does he have the MJ dribble style? I'm pretty sure he does, right? Am I tripping? He does. Wait, does he not have the MJ dribble style? I thought he had the MJ dribble style. Well, anyways, he's got a really good jump shot. For some reason, I thought he had the MJ dribble style, but the best thing about this card is definitely going to be his jump shot. It's on quick timing and does have a very good release that you can green very, very consistently. So for that reason, KPJ going to be a top 5 card for under 10,000 MT. I really thought he had the MJ dribble style. If anyone wants to check or knows if he had the MJ dribble style, I mean, I'll check after this video. I'm pretty sure he does, but I guess he doesn't. I don't know. Tripping about that one, but yeah, I do think KPJ going to be a top 5 card for under 10,000 MT. And then the last card here, we're going back to the Thurow season set, and we're going to go with the Diamond Jonathan Isaac. This card is about 9,000 MT, maybe 8,000 at the lowest, and he's just going to be a very good defensive small forward. If we compare him to a guy like, even a guy like James Worthy, I think they're very comparable at the small forward and power forward position. He's 6'11", so a great height for the small forward spot. He's got an 84 3-ball, 85 mid-range, 86 ball handle, but this card's going to be a god on the defensive end. 93 block, 88 interior defense, 89 steal, and an 88 perimeter. We take a look at his speed. He's also decently fast, 87 speed, 87 acceleration, with an 84 speed with ball. And then badges-wise, he's got some pretty good Hall of Fame badges, including Challenger, Chase Zone Artist, Off-Ball Pest, Pogo Stick, and Workhorse as well. And then he's got 25 gold badges, including Limitless Takeoff, Post-Mech Technician, Posterizer, Slithery, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Green Machine, guard up. So he's got some really good gold badges as well, like anchor, clamps, ankle braces, glove, interceptor, pick dodger, and post lockdown as well. So in my opinion, guys, he's going to be a top 5 card for 10,000 MT. Honorable mentions, Rudy Gay, he could definitely be somewhere in this top 10, just barely missed a top 5, I should say. He just barely missed a top 5. Even Obi Toppin is very elite as well. But just to go over one more time, guys, my top 5 cards for under 10,000 MT. Number 1, not necessarily ranked in order, but is going to be Serge Ibaka. We go to the Thurow season set. It's going to be Evan Mobley 2, Jonathan Isaac 3, Thurow Bailey 4, and then to round off the top 5 is going to be Amethyst KPJ. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite cards in the game right now for under 10,000 MT, and let me know what you guys would change about my top 5. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.